think you should. Yeah.
Let me preface this video by saying you should never really be toxic. The title should more accurately be when to be brutally honest with your teammates. I noticed recently on my Genji to Grandmaster video, a lot of people thought I was toxic for trying to tell the team what to do, tell the Ana to heal me in that game, and basically I got a comment every time I tried to tell my team what to do, or if someone did something wrong and I called them out on it. Not just in this video, but in basically every scenario, people tend to get angry. In today's video, we're going to go over why these people are wrong. You heard me right. You're wrong. If you think I'm toxic for trying to tell my teammates what to do, that is just plain incorrect. Now, I will say right now that there are situations where I am wrong and I am not giving the right information to my teammates. And in that situation, I am the one in the wrong. That makes sense, but that's not really the point here. The point is the principle of the thing. People should be more open to telling their teammates they're playing like an idiot than they are right now. We're not here to coddle each other. We're here to win games and have fun doing so. And it's not fun when you're losing because a Roadhog keeps overextending. So the point of this video is to go over when you should tell your teammates they're doing something wrong and when you should keep it to yourself, because there are some times where it just won't help. Let's first talk about hero picks. Now, this is actually somewhat controversial because a lot of people say, don't flame so-and-so person for playing so-and-so hero right at the beginning of the game. For example, if a teammate picks Mei on attack, they're saying you shouldn't flame them right out the bat because you don't know how good this person is on Mei. However, that doesn't mean you can't say anything. You should say something, in fact, and you should ask the person, hey, are you sure this pick is good? Are there any other picks, such as these heroes, that you might be better on? Because if the person is willing to switch after that, it means they weren't really confident on their first pick, and if that's the case, it's probably a good thing that you mentioned something. Don't go right off the bat saying, hey, you're playing man attack, please switch because you're useless. That's not what we're going for. Try to generate discussion and ask if they really think that's the best hero. And if they do think that's their best hero and that it'll work, you're going to have to trust them until that hero starts to fail. For example, you're pushing and you can't take the first point. It may be high time to say, hey man, I don't know how good you are on this hero, but right now it's not working. Can you please switch? Or you can be more aggressive than that. You can be like, hey, this isn't working. We're not going to win unless you switch. If you're being honest with someone, there's really no harm in what you're saying. And I mean this strictly in Overwatch and as far as in-game ability goes. I'm not saying you can go up to someone and say, hey, you look like an idiot. Your face is deformed. That might be honest, but that's not what I'm talking about here. If you're commenting on someone's in-game ability in Overwatch, in the game that you're playing, and it's just not working, that's fine. Don't go and be mean to other people. Just know that if you call someone out and tell them that switching would help the team, you're going to help your team more than you're going to hurt this guy's feelings. And more often than not, he'll probably agree and be like, yeah, I'm not doing too well with this hero. I should probably switch. Now let's talk about when people are playing poorly, but it's not because of their hero. You know, sometimes they're just bad at their hero. Like when I'm playing Genji, I feel bad for my team because they will suffer because of me. I'm really trying to learn Genji. However, there are times when I'm playing something like Soldier 76 and I'm not doing well simply because, you know, I'm just having an off game and I really can't figure out what I'm doing wrong that game to really fix it. Maybe my teammates could notice and help me if they said something. You should be that teammate. Overextending is a very common thing you can comment on and tell people, and they usually shouldn't get offended by you telling them so. For example, Genjis love to overextend. I'm going to use this Genji example a lot because Genjis are notoriously known for, you know, playing poorly if they're not a true good Genji man. If Genji keeps overextending, or your Roadhog keeps going for crazy hooks, or your Zarya is using her bubble very poorly just to get charge and not to save teammates, you got to comment on these things. You got to tell them, and hopefully they will correct it mid-game. Because if you can make your team better than the enemy team in the midst of your game, you can win that game just by giving them the knowledge you have. It's not toxic, it's not mean, it's not rude, you're not a bad person when you're telling someone they're playing bad. In the end, you will win far more games telling people what they're doing wrong. You don't have to do it in a mean way, but if they're not listening, eventually you might need to get aggressive. You'll win more games if you do this. You will make your team better, and you yourself will be better in the long run as well. I know this video is short, but I just feel like it needed to be said. A lot of people seem to think that telling your teammates they're wrong is a bad thing, when it's far from it. So tell me what you think down below. Start telling your teammates when they're being idiots, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Have a good one. Lone Hawk out.